And we're joined from Paris by Dr. Majid Boudin, the international law professor. Dr. Boudin, welcome to Q News. What are the geopolitical implications of France formally recognizing the state of Palestine at this moment in the ongoing war?
It's a complete change, and it's a game changer in the negotiations and in the establishment of and the recognition of the rights of the Palestinians. Why that? Because now the negotiations or the talks they are held by Israel as a party, while the Palestinians are the matter of the discussions, but they are not the actors of the discussion. And when they are fully recognized, they will be the actors and they will be on equal footing with Israel. And this change is very important, and this is why the Netanyahu government doesn't want to see this change come to effect. They have put pressure on France to not recognize the Palestinians, but now the decision is made, it's announced, and it will be formalized before the UN General Assembly. But it's there. So, and this will bring other nations to come into play. And we have to remember here very simply that France is the first G7 who recognizes the Palestinian state. G7 is the major countries including the US, UK, France, Italy.
Yes, well, I was just about to ask you, sir. Reports indicate that UK cabinet is pushing the Prime Minister Starmer for backing a Palestinian state. How might France's decision influence other Western nations that have not yet recognized Palestinian statehood? I mean, could Macron's move shift the dynamics within the European Union regarding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict?
Of course, the French decision is not a unilateral decision. It's coordinated. There are talks between France and the UK and France and the other UE members. And this is, we will see very soon that the UK will recognize the Palestinian state. That will see other members of the EU recognize the Palestinian state. So the ball is rolling. And now we will see this change in the position. The Palestinian state will stand as an actor now, will stand in the negotiation by itself. The Palestinian state will not need others to speak on its behalf, but it will be party to the discussion, and it will be the discussions will change, and there will no be Hamas discussing. And this is a move to show that Hamas will not be discussing anymore. Hamas is put now and will be put out of game. Hamas must be under the authority of the Palestinian state, the new authority which will be set up with moderate people, the people that they want to find a durable, sustainable solution. So Netanyahu will not have this excuse to continue this siege of Gaza, to continue fighting against Hamas. The new authority of the Palestinian state will demilitarize Hamas and to have all arms under the control of the new authority. So the situation will change completely, and Netanyahu will have no excuses to continue to bombard people, to make people starve, and to make all this, because he did not come to a solution with Hamas, and they are playing this horrible game.
Yes, well, France is recognizing Palestine as a state, but on the other hand, Israel and the United States are opposing unilateral recognition of Palestinian statehood. Now, how might this create a divide within Western alliances, or this is not really on the table, and it's basically a formality, and there will be no really visible or felt divide?
Well, it's not a formality. It's a serious move. It's a material move. It's a practical move. It's a positive move. Well, now, if we look at from the Israeli point of view, the Israel to stop this recognition, they have passed a bill. They passed a law saying that they will annex, or they have annexed the West Bank. But under international law, a state cannot use its own laws to oppose an international provision. The international provision is that Israel has to obey to these international provisions, and that the Palestinian state is already existing. It's recognized by almost 150 countries. Now other countries are joining, so the Israel position has no influence whatsoever and cannot dictate anything. Now there is the American position, and this is more serious. The American position America will not be isolated, and will not like to be isolated, because all the countries in the world will be recognizing the Palestinian state. So in a way or another, the American state will recognize the state of Palestine. Trump is a man of deals, and when he finds his interests and the interests of the U.S., he will recognize the Palestinian state. Mm-hmm. He will be isolated, and the international community, in its entire majority, they are recognizing now the Palestinian state. When we see the countries from the G7 and the other countries from the European Union come into this move, you will see the situation changing.
Yes. Well, Macron's statement actually followed a joint declaration from 28 Western nations calling for an immediate end to the war in Gaza. How does this growing recognition of Palestine reflect the international frustration over the continued suffering in Gaza?
Yes, I mean, this is we have a process now which is moving on, and nobody is accepting the situation in Gaza, because now we are seeing the crimes before our eyes, and nobody can say he doesn't know. Nobody can say he did not see. So there is a matter of liability and responsibility. So it's a responsibility of states, it's a responsibility of leaders, responsibility of governments, and the responsibility of individuals and of conscience. Nobody can accept this horrible massacre, which is an unprecedented in the recent history. So now this process is going on. Netanyahu and Smotrich and Ben Gvir and all these people, they cannot stop it. This is the way it is now. It's a fact. It's a turning point, and this is important. It's not only symbolic. It's a real change. And now the Palestinian state will be able to act very shortly, and it's important. So it's up to the Palestinians now to choose their leadership, and to have a leadership who could be accepted by the international community, and the rights will be established, and this is important.
Yes. Well, with fears of mass starvation growing, Britain, France and Germany were set to hold an emergency call to push for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas and discuss steps forward and towards a Palestinian statehood. Could this meeting indicate and verify a shifting consensus on the urgency of de-escalation?
Yes, I mean, especially from Germany. Germany is in a very difficult position. They have this historical situation of the Second World War, and they were responsible for the Holocaust, and so they were in a very difficult position, even ethically and in all terms. But now they cannot, even if they feel guilty with that, and it's normal, they cannot also accept another massacre now and be silent. So the public opinion is shifting. The European countries is moving ahead with the other countries in the world. So nobody can accept this starving
Hmm.
situation contained, because this is a war crime.
Yes.
And international law, when a state doesn't act, is liable.
Yes. Dr. Majid Boudin, the international law professor, thank you very much, sir, for joining us. And unfortunately, that brings us to the end of our special coverage here on the escalating crisis in Gaza, where suffering is immense, negotiations are on hold, and calm remains elusive. I'm Hani Saif. Thank you for watching.